Hi guys, so today I'm going to make the little box you just saw in the thumbnail. You know, somebody had asked about Adorable Scorable and that they were getting cracking in their paper, and supposedly, I mean, that's Adorable Scorable is not supposed to crack. That's the whole thing about this kind of paper. So I wanted to make a little box just to give some tips, and hopefully that person is watching and that everyone can take a little tip from this. So if any of these items are available, I'll link them in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. Generally for Hunkydory items, I'll link to like HSN. It might be embedded here, but Ecstasy Crafts, I have a 10% off code for everyday use, so I'll have that information in the description box. Generally the link you use should give you the 10% off already, but if it doesn't come off automatically, there's a code there for you. And you can also pick up things from Hunkydory themselves. Craft Stash sometimes has some of their items. I also have an affiliate relationship with them. But Hunkydory does their own thing. So if you want to check them out, generally in the US there's a good amount of shipping involved. So, so the other outlets I just mentioned are probably a better place to grab it. But so what I'm going to do is just a quick box, and I'm just going to make it off the top of my head, so no big deal. I did have this one piece kind of sitting on top of my other Hunkydory papers. I'm like, okay, I'll use that since it's Christmassy and, you know, it's time for gift giving coming up here, so we'll just make a quick box. And then I grabbed these and see if there's one that coordinates. These are just some of their shiny metallic papers. Same thing with Adorable Scorable papers. I don't even know if they consider this one the Adorable Scorable line because it's like metallic. Ooh, hold on. Maybe we go with the silver one with the dots? Since I think this is silver. Okay. But it's going to be the same kind of thing. And this can be anytime you're working with any kind of coated paper or something that's a little more delicate or however. So, we're going to use a scoreboard. So I'm just going to quickly make something. And let's max out our paper. So I believe this is A4 size paper. So let me check on that. And I'm just going to, like I said, make this up right quick off the top of my head. It'll be easy, quick. But just to show you some tips. It should be 8 1/4. I can't tell. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Trying to... here we go. Now we're getting it. Hold on. Yeah, 8 1/4. So let's just make an 8 1/4 inch square to start with. Now, all boxes do not have to be square. You can do, you know, a rectangular box or whatever, but I'm just going to cut this down easily. 8 1/4 inch. And I'm actually going to cut them both the same. So we need two 8 1/4 inch squares. So 8 1/4. And I'll have this piece to do something else with, maybe a little topper. This paper is thinner, it's different. This is very interesting. Very different from what they normally do, but okay. 8 1/4. And if we have 2-inch sides, that's going to take 4 inches all across. It'll make basically a 4 1/4 inch box, so we can do that. I'm just trying to decide what's the lid and what's the base. I guess this is going to be the lid. So for our lid, if you're using a scoreboard, generally the newer scoreboards will have a lid side and a box base side. For this Adorable Scorable scoreboard, sorry, you don't have to turn it around, but I think with Crafter's Companion you would flip it and then use these numbers on this side. But this one you just leave it here and you butt it up over here and you keep going. This would be the same thing, I don't know. Okay, so if I want this to be my lid, I'm going to turn this over, and you're supposed to score on the back. That's just what Hunkydory will tell you. So I'm going to score on the back, and I'm going to say 2 inches, and I'm going to do a little bit at a time, because this paper, even though this one's thinner, it is pretty thick, but what's better is if you do a few score lines than one really hard one to begin with, okay? So the score line is there. So on every side. And again, you have coated papers or any paper where it's kind of thick, has that kind of plasticky feel. This does not have plastic feel, but it's just very thick paper, the Hunkydory Adorable Scorable. So I'm doing 3 really nice passes, basically. The first one a little more delicate, and then a little more, and a little more. At the very end I kind of, but that's okay. So basically you have a 4-inch square that's legitimately a 4-inch square, and then you have these 2-inch sides. So on the box base side, I'm going to turn my paper over and do the same thing, but this time, well, same thing. So 2 inches, basically, it's 10 inches. The whole thing about this is that it gives you an extra little bit. I don't know if you can see this, where it starts at 12. There's just a little notch over, and that's the difference. So it's going to make this box base a little bit smaller. Even though you're still scoring 2 inches, it's taking in this like a 16th over here. Over here, 0 is right at that groove, right here, it's 0. This one 12, and then you have a little space, and that little space accounts for a little something that's going to make the box base a little bit smaller so that the lid fits really nicely. Now this one is much thicker than that last paper, 2 inches, which basically you have to score at 10 inches, so that's 2 inches, right, on 12. And you shouldn't get cracking. I mean, if your paper, that's what I said, if you know it's older, it's more brittle, you can get some cracking. I mean, that happens with my Crafter's Companion papers, any other paper if it's old. But it sounds like this person had just ordered this stuff, and she said it was like $200 worth of paper, and she was disappointed that it was cracking. So, just want to show you and be, you know, delicate with it, intentional. Go on the back. And so to make a quick box, all we're going to do is just cut down one side, right? So cut here, just straight up, and then I notch away. I will say Hunkydory, if this was them, they would tell you to do the same thing twice. So when I usually do this, I'll go over here, I'll do the same cut, notch, cut, notch. They say to have less sides that have like rough edges. Just do the same thing so that this guy will have it. I'm just trying to do the same. Okay. So up right here, and here. I hardly ever do this, so I have to really think about it, which is funny. Okay, so we have that. And then go to this side and then do the same thing. So straight up right here, and cut in. So instead of every side having a rough edge it's going to show, I'll show you what I mean. It's only going to be, oh, okay, so then when you score them, score nice and soft. You can still use a scoring tool, but since you've pushed this score line that way, it's already folding. I'm saying it's already bending. It's already been trained to bend in the direction you want. So maybe that's what makes the difference with cracking, but we'll look at it right now and see if it's cracked or not. Okay. So now when we glue this together, you do have 2 rough edges here, but you don't have them here or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a little bit different style than if you pinwheel it like I normally do. Okay, so let's put that to the side, but I do want to show you that I ordered this last year. This is not fresh paper. It's probably some of the older paper, and it's not cracked at all. It looks really, really nice. Okay, same thing with this guy. We can do the same thing, go straight up one side. Try to do this more delicately. And notch that out. Go up this other side. Notch that out. Oh, I'm doing the pinwheel on this one. See, I'm just so used to it, guys. Sorry. But anyway, just 2 different ways to do this. Obviously, I would do the same for both pieces, but I already started doing my pinwheel, which I usually go up one side and then notch out the other. And that's just what I'm used to doing. The other one, I don't know why I had to think about it so hard. Okay. So, you saw that. More pinwheely. And then this one, you just concentrate it one side and then the other. Okay, so let's get this one going. I did put lotion on my hands, and I just realized this is very reflective paper. Hopefully it doesn't take in all of my lotion fingerprints. This is a good video for this morning, because honestly I didn't know what to work on this morning, so here we are. Okay, I like to use wet glues, because unless you tear them, it's not going to fall apart. But let's take a look at the folds. That is perfect, perfect, perfect. You don't see any cracking anywhere. Hello, you see me there. Good morning. So I hope that helps, and I would say watch Hunkydory's tutorials. They do some amazing stuff, but you'll see that they pretty much score on the back of their paper, and for good reason, right? This is some really nice paper. It helps score it, but it also, you're not like damaging this side as you're scoring. So I don't know if that's what if you're still having the cracking even doing that. But again, I'll just do the same thing for both these boxes. I'll have to make another box lid and base so that they match as far as the style. I don't know if I'm that picky, to be honest. A little glue there. A lot of times I'll wait till it's dry, and well, it's pretty much dry, but I'll get like a little paper towel with a little bit of water and just wipe that off. Okay, so then of course you go around and you glue these in, right? So I'll glue these in. And same thing for these guys, but obviously one side and then the other. Just put glue on the tabs and I'll be right back. Okay guys. Just want to make sure everything's holding really nicely. Okay, so this is our box base, right? And this is our lid, and they're essentially the same size just because I want to make this a quick video. So again, 8 1/4 inch square, and all I did was measure, you know, score my 2 inches, score it at 2 inches, and didn't have to put much thought into that. And there you go. So your box and your lid. If I was gonna say, if you know, we accounted for like a 1/16 of an inch over here, so it's gonna take that off of the very base, which is actually nice because then you can open it a little easier. You know, it's not the same height. It's a little bit smaller because of the way we had to construct this. So I do want to show you the difference what I was talking about. So when I do a pinwheel, look, there's a white edge here, there's a white edge here, there's a white edge here, right? Because every time that we cut. But on this one, there's white edges here, sure. But on this side, it looks, there aren't, right? So on this side, there's 2 white edges, and this side, there's not. So that's the difference of cutting it symmetrically like this or like that pinwheel way. But there you go. And you know what, I'll find a little topper or something to throw on this. Let me see what I have. Pull this out of that same stack. So whenever I order my stuff, I separate out the papers that are plain or normal, you know, like just papers. I separate out the ones that are like toppers. I try to keep them together in a way that makes sense. Like this is cute, it has a lot of red and green. I'm looking for a square. Oh, look at this guy. There's a square one there. I mean, it can be a circle, it doesn't matter, but I think a square would be better. So that's all the toppers in this one? Okay. Then let's go with this, even though it has gold. Let's see. I mean, I can use the whole thing. Oh, it'd be better with this one. Right? The colors of this guy. But he's kind of small, right, for this. Well, you know what? Let's try it. So Hunkydory, I feel like they do a lot of gold, so it was interesting that I picked silver. Yeah, we can do that. And then Sent with Penguin Kisses. Well, he's not a penguin, especially for you with the blue. So essentially we have a 4-inch square with 2-inch sides. That's what we have here. Let's see. There are papers in here. I need a matte layer because it's very big compared to that little guy. So it comes with these insert papers. I don't really use these very often, but they're meant to go inside your cards. That's why they're like faded away. And then it has this cute little paper that's more like gift wrap, like a really thick gift wrap, which are layering weight papers. I was gonna say like this one, huh? Just to bring back some of that. So let's use this guy. I'll cut down like a matte layer for this one. That looks pretty good. 3.5 inch square? Let's do 3 1/4 inch square. I'll be right back. I mean, there's more little cute things we can add, but let's go with this. And cute. And you can always decorate this stuff while it's still flat if that helps you at all. Aww. Cute little guy. Let me clean this up again. I need to switch out my blades. I should use my other guillotine for this. And I haven't yet, so it leaves little scraggly bits on my papers when I cut them. Let me see. I need to clean that off before I glue this down. There's like a little schmutz right here. So like I said, a little paper towel with a little water. I'll be right back. Let me just moisten that a little bit. It comes off. So if there's any little glue that you got on your finger, got on here, you can just comes right off. If you do it while it's still wet, a lot of times you're just smearing it, so it's even worse. So I just let it dry and then try to wipe it off afterward. And just in time, because I hear people waking up in this household. Okay. And they're going to want breakfast. Alright. Look how cute. And the little base just has the little snowflakes. And then maybe... It's kind of big. Oh, it'd be cute there, but I don't really want to cover our little guy up too much. Maybe just right here. That's okay. Alright, let me put some dimensionals on that. I'll be right back. So if I had known that it was going to be kind of that much, you know, I could have just moved this up a little bit and put that in there. And then I was like, well, you know what? If we're already kind of... Maybe put it on the side right here, just something different. So that's what I'll do. I'm just looking top and bottom, see if that's centered. It needs to go up a little bit more. Cute. And then with Hunkydory, I mean, they would put a little circle here. They do all kinds of, obviously, all kinds of tricks, but this is very cute. So there you go, guys. Just a quick box. Again, easy, and hopefully that gave you tips on working with adorable Scorable paper. As you can see, these are some delicate papers, and if it was going to crack, you would definitely see that. But it looks good. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.